time. He actually pushes up to the left side of the train by E-Box and has a really good time on that angle. He's a player that will get rifle sequences better than almost anyone else, and so he's going to be fearsome there if Liquid try to get out Pecan early.
Well, here's coldzera with the spawn to Ivy going right away. Oh, he's looking back at his teammate. No flash is actually going to come out. He was just trying to dodge maybe the flash of Liquid, and he's got out to the green bin already. What a strong position. He doesn't even need to peek. Is this something that even will get checked?
Yeah, I mean, this is two teams knowing without actually seeing what is going on. They're almost positive. Well, they heard the push, first of all. coldzera just took a step right there. And Liquid are basically hoping that he gets anxious and goes ahead and tries to get more information that he should be allotted to. But wow, the push comes out, and that was where Mainline died to the exact same peak, except Nitro was the one to get 2 kills on that map. And that is a really big advantage right now. The Ivy smoke coming out, pushing FNX into a tough spot. Elige comes out with a 2nd kill. So good with those pistols, and we see why.
Yeah, Elige and Nitro is doing a great job working as a team until they run into Fallen. Fallen comes away with 3, holding down the A site. Hiko answering back. He finally takes out Fallen, but now it's a 2-on-2. Hiko somewhat low already, peeking off the back of the train stop. That was Furry got gushed up immediately. Hiko takes him down, and now it's Taco going over from Ivy, Adren to get the kill there. And Liquid, they will take the pistol. First round goes to them on their T side.
That came down to hitting shots, and Fallen made that look really ugly for a moment. I mean, ugly in the most beautiful way I could possibly describe it, because those are some clean headshots from him on the bomb train. Ended up getting a 3K, and that is the definition of picking up slack there. From a 3v5, bring it all the way back to a 3v2. Insane play from him, but not quite enough, and Liquid pick up their first pistol of the 2 maps.
Yeah, that could be massive. Luminosity, of course, going to hit him right back with that force by pushing up in tandem themselves into the halls. Just going to come away with the 1 kill. Hiko and Elige making sure it doesn't get out of control. Now FNX set up with the 1 dig. Long range onto the player lower ramp. He's brought down to 10 HP, and he will fall back. coldzera also in here with the deagle, waiting for some of these guys to cross. He knows that they have got onto the back of the site, and there he goes. 2nd shot's going to land onto Kusta. Bomb's going to go down.
Hit him with a quick switch, 1 dig. Oh, looking for the pixel of a head right there. I think can spot some movement. And
I thought he died to the scout shot.
That X-ray.
X-ray pulling on the heartstrings there as coldzera jumping up and around the coil.
Elige and Nitro worse for wear at the moment. We've got Chance in the house. Liquid getting close to winning this round just off of the time of the bomb. coldzera doesn't manage to find a 2nd 1 dig and gets killed. That's Liquid to maintain 3.
Fallen just misses them as they go up the ramp. 2 players were very low. Maybe they'll run into FNX hiding out here behind the table in the break room.
I think those are Herman Miller.
I don't know. A bit of an expert in that department these days.
Don't be fooled. Now, these got some happy faces on Liquid, and it's good they're keeping a good attitude. Luminosity looking determined and focused. 0-2 for Liquid, a good start on the T side.
A chance for Luminosity to maybe make it a bit expensive. They still have the deagle and the armor there, and FNX Fallen, of course, with the scout, showed us what he was all about on a few of those rounds on Dust 2. Nitro, though, already taking quite a bit of damage here with this Mac 10 as he tries to move out, and it's Fallen with the first kill of the round. Headshot onto Adren. Nitro moving forward. I think he was spotted through maybe a gap in the smoke, and as he tries to jump through, FNX will take him out. But it's Elige that grabs a double. It's a 3-on-3 right now. Scout going to work for Fallen. He lands 1 more body shot, but then Hiko hits the head. Just FNX and Taco for Luminosity. P250 and a Mac 10 picked up. Elige taking 1 off the back of green, and now Kusta coming in to plant the bomb. That's all on Taco here with the P250.
So far, we've got a couple of good anti-ecos so far. Actually, Taco getting a kill there makes a big difference. A total of 5 players stayed alive so far on Liquid. If no one else goes down, that's a whole set of rebuys moving into the next round, if necessary. That is, if Luminosity take it. But that's also the real test, and Taco can't land that 1 bullet that would have sealed Elige's fate.
So Elige picks up the 4K there, getting the first 2 kills of the round for Liquid. Hiko gets 1 headshot.
Eco Cobra.
Kusta planted the bomb. You've made Vansili proud.
Yeah. Yeah, and now here's the real test. The real test for Liquid. The quick 5-0 would be beautiful for them to put together this sequence. Luminosity, no slouches on the CT side. Fallen has his op. FNX sees the flashes cascading over the A site. Pressure's coming out.
And Fallen going to go and extinguish the Molotov here in the back of the green train, trying to maybe go up the ladder or just push off of it to try to find a bit of an angle, but perhaps his barrel's sticking through the smoke. Nitro will take him down. It's also a narrow angle. Maybe he just was shooting. Kusta up on blue train, finds nothing. It's for an FNX to grab some kills. Now Hiko and Adren. There's Adren with one more, teaming up with Nitro. That brings down Coldzera, and it's Taco one more time. Last round out of P250. He's got a bit more to work with, but it's not any easier. With the M4, he grabs one, but Nitro's there for the trade immediately.
Excellent trades, excellent spacing by Liquid to seal it up off that fast outer hit. They dealt with Fallen so fast. He was in smoke, he was smoke blind. We couldn't tell how he got killed, but the bottom line is for them, he wasn't able to shoot, and that's exactly what Liquid wanted. And now Luminosity are potentially on a save. It looks like they're spending a little bit of money here because loss bonus will be at a maximum in the following round. Kusta has now picked up an op for himself.
Fallen with that scout, and we might have the battle here at T-Con. I think Kusta just gave it up, and Fallen doing the same. Hiko waiting. He knows that Luminosity love to go Ivy, so he's waiting very, very passively for that. Fnex, though, gets the first kill of the round. Elige was on the ladder, and that's an AK now over to Luminosity.
Yeah, that's a bit of a misstep. I mean, to make it 5v4, and they gave up the AK. That's a quality man advantage for Luminosity. Also invested a bit of money. FNX is the one with half armor, so he can really maximize the use of this AK.
Yeah, I didn't realize the armor was there. That suddenly got very, very scary. And there he is on that position by that red train, minimizing some of the angles he can be seen from with the electrical box as Adren a smoke to work out onto the catwalk. But you can see Taco is lined up here with the Deagle, and he will spot him! That's a 1D from Taco! Liquid with only 3 people right now. They're looking for the 5-0, but it's going to be difficult. Time getting a little bit lower, and Fur going to go unchecked. Not the cleanest kill, used all 12 of those bullets, but now he's found 27 here in this AK that he scooped up. Taco finds Hiko, his second kill of the round. Kusta with his op. That's the first one for Liquid. Now the second, as he will take Coldzera off of that train by the Z connector. He'll switch his position up to the catwalk here. Peer down onto the action. What can he do? Maybe trying to bait some shots with that knife peek, but no, he goes back out with the op.
Look at the incredible amount of angles that Kusta has to face versus 3 players that have bomb control. 15 seconds left, and now Kusta, yeah, realizing it might be tough to save this, is actually giving it up completely. Actually not being chased quite yet. Taco, close left. Player spotted with Fallen, cleans up the kill. Luminosity converted Eco. They spent a little bit of money there, but we saw what happened. Elige tried to make a play by himself, but went down ladder, no flash. Actually tried to use his ability to be inconspicuous, and that worked against him because if he just got flashed down into the ladder, he would have got down there. And I don't know what the value in getting information versus saving players is if you're trying to do it in a sneaky way. Like, they're the ones who should be trying to sneak up on you. And because of that, they forfeit a man advantage and turns into a round 1 for Luminosity.
And Fur is going to go into the ladder room this time. Holding the control there will be Taco, the solar man on the inner bomb site, going to spot some feet and just start spraying. He's brought down Adren already. The smoke's going to go out. He'll drop a smoke of his own to cause some chaos as he tries to cross into the site. A Molotov let loose, and then he can't line up a shot onto Elige, who takes him down with a Tech 9. Then traded out by FNX. Fur moving down the stairs, coming from those white halls. As he went up the ladder, he's brought down Kusta. And now it's just Nitro and Hiko left 2v4. They have planted the bomb, though, some extra money coming in, but holding on to this post plant will be difficult.
That's an insane rotate from Fur. Actually got that kill on ladder, didn't aggress any further, went all the way back to Z, and now Hiko has to worry about his flank while he deals with these 4 players.
They've brought the fire extinguishers. Fnax not going to let that Molotov ruin his day, and they will defuse the bomb. So Luminosity, they get an eco round for the first, and then converting a rifle. That puts them to 2. Team Liquid with 4 rounds.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough for Liquid. A round they shouldn't have lost into a round that they were able to get a plant, which is nice for them, but again, another real test. This is the fight for the 10-5, right? Like, this is the fight for Luminosity to get way more rounds. They want 2 for every 1 round of Liquid. So Liquid are still doing not too bad, but the farther the sequence gets for Luminosity, the more fortified and better chance they have of winning the next round.
And you thought maybe the fire would obstruct the line of sight there, but nope, Fallen just too good. Hits that shot. Fur and Coldzera as well. And it's Coldzera from up top. Even that last kill from the green train, he's blind. He brings down Adren and 4 to survive, and there's a Scar 20 in that round as well.
He makes it look easy. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous how good he is with his rifles. or I guess any gun for that matter. Just his aim is incredibly on point. That's spray control from so far away. Not even the last kill here.
What's that smoke on top of the red train? Is that planned, or is that maybe a smoke that went off its mark?
It's probably a smoke that went off its mark. I mean, I don't see why you would need to smoke that. Obscure vision from heaven, I suppose. Like, that would be really weird.
Well, now Fur, he knows. He's got a read on the economy. He's going to go in. He's going to fight a lot of people. He just finds the one. Elige is there, but now it's Taco with the Scar 20, and that's going to be dangerous for these pistol players. They try to get in close, cover some ground, and they will actually take him down. Elige finds 2. This man seems unstoppable when it comes to the pistols. Well, until he runs into Fallen with that up. Cold Zero once more on the green train. He finds a Dren, and it's Kusta. Scar 20 in hand, 1 versus 3.
Not a good spot to be in. Fallen with that quick op shot to make it a 3v1 instead of a 2v2. And there's FNX posted up on a proper angle to take down Kusta, 4-4.
So Luminosity bouncing right back into this one.
Now we got to think about what worked, right? We had the pistol come out for Liquid, and then the fast A hit to be the most successful strategy thus far. Is this something they try again? Do they test the adaptability of Luminosity, or do they try to work themselves a little different? Are they scared? It's a big question.
And Taco got that Scar 20 right back for himself. Kusta, meanwhile, on his op, and a decent amount of utility still on this round for Liquid, so they will have a chance.
Emphasis on Ivy control from both teams.
Yeah, look at all these smokes that have gone down. That's keeping Liquid at bay. They're going to throw a flash and just start retreating. I think trying to feign some presence there. And Kusta coming out of the halls. They might group up. They will have to retake that T-Con control. They didn't maintain it at all, so someone for Luminosity could have pushed into that room.
Hopefully they didn't put all their eggs into that basket in terms of what they plan to do. I think they were hoping to see someone pushing Ivy from Luminosity. Didn't find that person. Now falling back to a very passive default.
And wow, this could be a powerful spot the first time it's used. Fur just playing way up top on that bomb train. And I mean, there are flashes, so that'll be something to look out for. As Hiko lining up some smokes.
3 standard site smokes coming over. 3 players going to come out of T-Con. Good grenade usage will be marked here.
Yeah, the counter nades came out immediately, though, from Luminosity. We got another smoke going down. We had those Molotovs. That kept them at bay a little bit. Smokes are going to be dissipating somewhat soon. They're trying to make up the ground here to get to the site. Fur takes down 1 from up on top of the train. Adren is there on the trade. Taco starting his rotation over at the Scar 20, and Fallen from back of green gets 1. Finex, another onto Adren, and back over to Fallen with that off. The bomb has been planted. Expecting players to be over by the blue train. Luminosity, just the sheer man advantage should be enough. Retakes onto this outer train yard are never easy, but it's Kusta on 6 HP. He's going to fall first, and now it's all on to Hiko. 1 versus 4. We will hear that ladder, and Cold Zero tries to go for the jump off to catch him off guard, but nope, Hiko ready for it. Bomb, however, being defused, and yep, it is defused, and Finex gets the shot onto Hiko. So Luminosity take the lead with 5 rounds.
As soon as they spotted the final member from Liquid, they saw an opportune moment to just stick the defuse. 2 players to cover him. And Kusta and Hiko were basically waiting for someone to get really aggressive and try to make a mistake. I mean, Kusta was extremely low, so he's got to take a passive angle. We saw what happened when he jump peeked and just got shot out of the air. So a really solid round from Luminosity to keep 3 alive versus that outer hit from Liquid that actually worked before. But Liquid did take a little bit more time to execute that time, so it was a bit of a variation.
And Liquid, they continue to get these bomb plants, so they have money going into each round. It'll be all AKs again, a decent amount of nades here for Liquid as they're going to start their approach off into the box halls, maybe look to do something inner. Still so much time on the clock as they look for this information.
Now we see a congregation of terrorists towards B. The bomb's up here. It's been dropped, however, and they threw a smoke down just to bait the utility, right? You have 5 smokes on T side, you use 1, and you might bait out 2 Molotovs, a couple of flashbangs, maybe a counter smoke, and that's so valuable, right?
And there are 2 players here for Luminosity in this inner bomb site. That could be a problem if that's where Liquid decides to go. Because they've baited some utility. Here comes another smoke going down, but they haven't got that much information. Kusta found some, but he's died to FNX. So now Liquid at a disadvantage.
Elige has actually made it very far out into the site. He's pushing a pop top, and Taco with presence of mind
He's so
knows
blind.
to catch that kill. And what? Adren actually gets some 2K kills, both players inside. but is traded, and now it's just Hiko 1v3, just trying to get the bomb down in a really tough spot to try to clutch here. Can't do it.
You can't find the spray at that range. He was pretty fortunate the Molotov didn't go far enough to stop him from planting in the first place. So another plant comes in for Liquid, which means likely another round full of AKs, utility, maybe some Tech 9s if anyone's a little poorer, but it's Luminosity that have won, is it 5 rounds in a row now?
From 0-4, yeah.
Or
have
maybe
converted
6.
and haven't lost yet, so just on a crazy streak at the moment. And you know, this is what we see quite often. Like, if you get that early start, that's really great for you, but Luminosity will never be shaken. You have to continue the pressure, and they haven't done it. 1 rifle round to the name of Liquid here. A variety of places that they planted, which is really good for their economy. It's going to give them more opportunities to have buy rounds, and that's key for T-side. And that's also one of the best ways that you win rounds on train, because it's super easy to get the plant in the first place. So at least they're able to do that, but it won't mean much if they end this round with 4 rounds, or end this half with 4 rounds.
We've seen Liquid spreading out and starting pretty slow, sometimes a little towards Ivy. That round was more of just a very general default. They had 1 maintaining mid and Ivy control, 1 in the halls, and then 3 kind of working towards inner. But they were unable to really get any information whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, how do they change that? How do you get information on the T side of train?
I think it put them off their mark when they didn't see anyone from Luminosity actually pushing Ivy, right? They were really banking on that, and basically not getting kills in their default means I feel like they're failing a little bit mid-round to make a proper decision. So 5v5, they get pushed into an execute based on very little information. In fact, the read that they thought they had was wrong. So they might get in their heads about that, and that's an issue.
And maybe they gave that away so early, right? We saw in the pistol round, I believe it was Elysian Nitro, that were waiting, stacked up at Ivy for someone to push. They found Coldzera. Coldzera's already given this information to his team, like, all right, they're ready for his Ivy. You know, let's just go to plan B.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's actually a trend to have talked the most about how Fallen controls Ivy, and maybe Fallen's received that message and be like, okay, well, we have a way to reinvent ourselves and still win the round. So we haven't seen a lot of aggressive Ivy presence from Luminosity, and I think if the game plan coming into this map was control Ivy as a terrorist for Liquid, then it's going to be rough, because they probably spent quite a bit of time talking about it, discussing options about how to deal with it, expecting to get the kills, not even faced with an opponent. So once they're there and they're in the 5v5 and they have no new way to open up the round, they might be just left confused.
Yeah, then when they do actually start their executions onto the site, it seems to be, and Fallen did say it himself in either one of the interviews or one of those pre-filmed interviews that he had, was they are simply just hitting their shots, and that's what it seems to be.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Fallen has been nothing but consistent. Like, we see him with this op, and he's basically taking pictures of people. Like, he'll flick over, scope instantly.
Taking their souls.
That's it. Put
in
him
some
to bed.
cultures.
Going, getting that first kill in very reliable fashion over and over again.
And did Liquid maybe just go faster? We've gone out of the pause, so we're going to be able to see maybe what they talked about. They're going to go right down the stairs, and Fallen will miss the shot, and he can't get away. Nitro finds the first kill of the round here for Team Liquid. A great start to try to exploit the power of the pause, and then Hiko finds Taco.
Wow, FNX already on the quick flank, though. Oh, this is going to be rough. He's going to be able to get a kill
You don't
here.
hear that?
Not on land.
That's true, and with this crowd that has been loud. Here's Fur as well, coming out of the CT spawn. He brings down Hiko, and he's all alone. This will be a 1 versus 4 for him if he can convert it. That's a big ask. He's got 2 flashes and a kit. I'll go up on the train for a bit of a vantage point. I think he did grab some information that the one player there is on the back of Bomb. He tries to fight Kusta, but Kusta will win that.
Nice, well played. They get that kill. They get the 2 kills. They shut down the flank with 1 for 1, which is huge. FNX was in a very dangerous position to trade Fallen, and came with that ladder really quick. Fallen with a rare miss right after I just bigged him up about being able to hit his first shot almost every single time. So if he had gotten that kill, maybe stayed alive, a very different round. And it wasn't really like Liquid weren't fully expecting it, right? They just dry double peaked, so it was good on them, and lucky for them that they caught that kill. Now they got to find new sustainable ways to open up rounds like that.
Okay, that's got to be planned. The smoke's there again on top of the red train, so that's for something. But here's Fur just playing out in the open, a bit of an off angle. He comes away with 2 kills. Alicia's finally there, but it's hard to even call it a trade. And okay, now we will. Getting 1 through the smoke, just knowing the angles, he finds FNX. Kusta going for a bit of a flick shot there at the man at the back, CT Halls, and then Fallen on back of Green Train, I believe, finds Kusta, and then Elige. That's the bomb dropped, and that's a Dren at Electrical Box all alone, 1 versus 3.
This is when I think Liquid are at their worst, when they go for their A takes and they lack the explosiveness. And the thing is that you rely really heavily on being able to get the first kill, so it's understandable that you slow down And, Adren's in this 1v3. I guess he still has a shot here. No, Cold takes him down. Shot in the back. Taken out of the round. But where Liquid are at their worst on Train, when they choke on Train, which we've seen before, it's when they don't get that first entry really quickly outside, and here's Fur to just shut it down, gets the 2 kills, does a ton of damage to the third guy, and that's pretty much his job done. Like, he's in an out in the open spot, and his job is to catch the first person off guard, and then hopefully get a second kill.
Where were the flashes, though, maybe from Team Liquid? We saw them put down the smokes, but why not have one person waiting back to throw the flash over and then run out? Fur surely would have been blind.
Super good point. Like, he wasn't dodging a flash in any way, and coldzera picking a better angle than Fallen did, actually.
Yeah. He's like, you know what, Fallen, you missed the shot in the last round, so I'm going to take over here in the hallways, and that's another good point. Even in the last round, they had the double ops, and it took a while for Luminosity to get out to that. And what they did earlier was Fallen with the op and Taco with the Scar 20, but now that Cold has the op, I'm definitely scared.
Oh man, economy building round for Luminosity, and just one for Liquid that's going to result in a double save if they lose. So, and we see that how are they so poor after that? That's, well, okay. Oh, they lost that round on the island, right? So they've got just Tech-9s. I guess they're fortunate to have AKs in the first place.
Yeah, now Taco playing behind the train, expecting someone to come out of that smoke one more time. Taking a little bit of damage, but he's still alive. And coldzera, meanwhile, hitting some more op shots. He's going to move forward, try to stop the plant, but it was Nitro waiting on the lower ramp that brings down Taco. Liquid, they are a man down. Hiko pushing the smoke, looking to make the play, pushing aggressive. It's Phoenix to stop that one, and then Fur as well chiming in. He takes out Kusta. It's Nitro 1 versus 4. It looks like he will just decide to go for it. Fallen takes him out of the round.
And that's it. They do force up there. That means that they're anticipating having. They're definitely saving next round, and their money's not going to be great for, I think, round 14. I'd like to say this is 5 rounds they've gotten so far. Again, off the back of a pistol. At a certain point, it doesn't matter. Results on T side don't matter as long as you get like a certain amount and they move on to CT, and it'll probably feel more comfortable. But still have an opportunity here to make more damage happen. And we've gone from 2 ops to 2 ops and an auto sniper.
That's scary. That's Train, really, though, for you right there.
Yeah.
As Liquid, they don't have much of a stake into this round, but going into round 15, it looks like with the light buy here, they will have one more chance to maybe get that 6th round on the T side of Train, which ultimately is not that bad. 5's not even that bad against Luminosity, but of course, Liquid did get the pistols. So
Hiko's going to throw a smoke that lands like in front of Z, and they're going to try to run out ladder and just hug the wall and go and try to get a plant. That's going to be your ideal situation. So the weakness for them is going to be Ivy, and I think actually Kusa has a smoke as well, Nitro too. So they might just smoke out all the back lanes along with it, and that'll really assist their teammates who are kind of expecting Luminosity to push. It's kind of interesting because Luminosity often push versus four-steps, and here the smokes come out.
Well, there they go, the classic 3. It's a section off the back of that bomb train. But Fallen, he's peering over it. He's in the perfect spot. He's just on top of the little hut here in the Z connector. And oh, he will flick and miss that first shot. They know the bomb's going down. They're trying to take it out. Fallen, so many bullets in that Tech-9. He will bring down Nitro. Again with the op, he misses. Adren and Hiko, meanwhile, have found some kills. So it's a 3-on-3, and it's just all the scoped weapons up now for Luminosity on this retake. Player behind the electrical box is not peeking out. The Molotov's not going to force him out of cover either. He's able to stay alive. I heard a dink. That's Elige actually with the Tech-9 to bring down Taco. coldzera then hitting the op shot. They know where Hiko is. They're starting to chase him down, but now running out of time. Going back to the bomb. Adren also in ladder room here. Fantastic spot. Luminosity continuing to get aggressive, and they're on the bomb, but Adren might just peek out for the double spray down. Do they have the time? He got the kill. He got Cold off the bomb, and yeah, they run out of time, so Liquid will get a 6th round, and they win with pistols and no armor. Only one person had armor in that round.
And suddenly that's a difference from a half that could have been bad to one that looks really good. That's a round they won on an eco versus an auto sniper and 2 ops. Kind of a curse in itself.
Oh, coldzera killed Fallen on that.
Yeah, he collided that.
That's funny.
Do what you got to do, I suppose. But he didn't really have that play. That play couldn't have resulted in a win no matter what. He had to rely on his teammate to get the frag because he didn't have enough time to defuse once he got off it. So basically shouldn't have taken the shot, but it is also really hard to tell exactly how much time you have left.
Fur playing up close one more time by ladder. Hiko's trying to get the control of Ivy, and he does have it. They're smoked down at Fallen, just hiding, trying to play close angle. Now getting a little curious. Maybe they might try to boost over him, but he finds nothing. And now the crowd getting back into this, and Liquid have got a few rounds.
Yeah, it looked like Luminosity were just overall dominant, but Liquid have 6 rounds to answer, looking for a 7th, but now have a man disadvantage. 5v4 in favor of LG. Fallen actually might take a fight here. Sees the arm of one opponent, but doesn't know there's one on his left side as well.
Oh, he's moving up. He's getting so aggressive here, and yeah, finally Hiko's able to get him. Hiko found 2. He got FNX first. coldzera going to try to repost up on the angle, but unfortunately for him, he's been smoked off. Fur moving forward, trying to make a play as they've got a man down. Akusta and Hiko lining up the kills. It's Taco. Last round of the half, no reason to not go for it. He'll flash himself in. That'll allow him to get the first kill here, down to 21, though Elige did a ton of damage. Molotov comes out.
Barely any plays that he can make. 2 hops picked up. It's known that Taco's in here at ladder room. Very low HP on this man. Looking for a peek, trying not to get shot. Doesn't know that maybe someone is close right. Gets taken down by Hiko. 4 kills on the round. Huge plays from him. Nice shooting, nice patient shooting, get those headshots at Ivy and to shut down Fallen. And so the one time that Luminosity did try to change it up and go for Ivy control, they did get shut down, and that's a good sign for Liquid. And they move in the next half, 8-7. That's a really sizable half. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And Luminosity, we would generally say, not a team to make the mistakes and lose against just an eco round, but that's exactly what happened, and that's what allowed Team Liquid to win that round, get that boost to the economy, and then win the next couple to even get to the 7 rounds.
I think ironically enough, like picking up the extra scope just kind of slowed them down, especially allowing the bomb to go down, like Falling missing that shot or just not staying scoped as the player was crossing towards the site, and not stopping basically, he wasn't preventative enough, right? If he hit that first shot and the bomb doesn't go down, it's like impossible to recover and actually plant it again. And instead, the bomb actually explodes. So now we move into the pistol, critical pistol for both teams.
Yeah, this is going to be massive. Always is when the score is 8-7. And there's Kusta with the first frag. Elige getting aggressive. He finds a nice little spin shot onto FNX. Fern's going to take him down. Akusta with one more over there at Ivy. Now back to the long range. That's where this gun should prevail, but it's Fur with the Glock to find Kusta. And a lot of this is now going to fall onto coldzera. He's the healthier player in this exchange. He's jumping and jumping, but Nitro still able to line up the headshot. Fur is able to grab one more, but it's Liquid that tied up with the pistol here in the second half, winning both pistols here on Train.
Yeah, both pistols. That's a big sign. That's a really good sign for them. They do have to avoid getting converted here on the second round of the second half, but Luminosity also very good with the pistols themselves.
See what they will go for. Fallen, of course, going to go with the Scout. He continues to impress in this series with that weapon. Some of the early rounds of each of the halves. Pistol armor coming out from Luminosity. They actually have gone for no utility whatsoever.
I actually like that quite a bit. Well, it's Luminosity to not have anything. Okay, that makes sense.
Wow, and here's Fallen, just giving him the quick peeks. Taco takes down Nitro, and Liquid not like this. Elise tries to answer back, but Fur will take him down. And Fur, man, pulling out that Tech 9, getting dangerous. That's the bomb going down. Hiko at Old Bomb Train. He's got a player trying to help him out, pushing through, causing some chaos onto the site. That's Adren with the MP7. He brings down Fur. Now Hiko moving out. But a player off the back of the green train brings Hiko down to just 7 HP. Adren at 33. And they're a man down.
There isn't a kid on either player, so they've either got to find one or just stick this in a 10-second defuse. And Adren has no HP right now. This is a round you can't lose. And he does go down. That's a huge conversion by Luminosity to deny the second pistol. But not only that, they've earned themselves a potential double save from Liquid, unless they decide to force up and counter it.
Yeah, how many times do we talk about this? Winning the pistol is great, but from that T side, it's even better to do what Luminosity just did. Let the CTs win the pistol and then upset them. That really puts that economy in a tough spot for Liquid right now. They will answer back with a force buy of their own.
That shot from Fallen was just an absolute obscenity.
Wow, Lee's taking a lot of early damage too. Takes the battle against the Scout. He's down to 19 right now. Nitro is looking for something over there at Ivy, but gets no information. You can see the 2 players. I think that's Fallen and FNX just hiding out there.
Funnily enough, it's actually 2 players to save right now. It's Hiko and Kusta, who haven't spent any money. Nitro has picked up armor. I wonder what this means for them.
Well, Kusta wants to get out to the op, obviously. I don't know if Hiko is going to want to do the same. Maybe he just wants some more utility to work with. As Kusta getting aggressive, and it's Fallen once more. How does he do this? All these scout headshots from Fallen. It's absolutely insane. As Hiko goes for a peek now. At this point of the round, why not? You're starting to go 2 men down. CTs could get aggressive. Nitro still holding an angle. Could have something to say with the 1 Deeks here, and it's actually Elige that finds the scout headshot onto Fur.
A very apt scouter himself, having an impact so far, but now it's 4v3. coldzera is all the way down on the site, picks up another kill, and it's Adren and Elige with a combined HP of less than 70.
Fallen 1 more. So many scout headshots on this round. That's 2 for Fallen. It's 1 for Elige. And Elige, will he be able to get any more? He's in a very tough spot, 1 versus 4. He is just backing off, looking to maybe save. Should have spotted a player up on the tanker, but it's Fallen with the scout once more. That's 3 kills on the round there for Fallen.
Again, it's just a huge round to lose that round after the pistol. Morale-wise, your mentality has just got to be down on you. You've got to really dig deep in that moment. After you lose that round, you know you've got to eat 2 more losses most likely, and then you go on to a bye. Fortunately for Liquid, they do have the CT side to look forward to, and if it was 10-8 right now, just coming out of the half, they probably wouldn't feel too bad, but here's another save that they have to do. Hiko with only a grenade.
Yeah, Hiko and his team on the full eco. They've really got nothing to go for them in this round. As coldzera up on top of the green train. We saw him so good there on the CT side. He'll take the same position as he pushes through now as a terrorist. Fallen moving out with the deagle, just watching that flank. He shuts down Nitro, and it's Hiko who has come away with 1 frag in this round, making actually 2, but FNX is there.
Relatively clean eco round. They actually got the 2 kills. That's going to count for something depending on whether or not they convert this next rifle, but Luminosity looking to be in a really good spot at the moment. Got the Fallen signs.
Yeah.
Sign for maybe one of the best people to ever be born in the entire planet. He's the real deal, man. I mean, you know, off and on screen, he's just an incredible person.
So Luminosity now leading 11-8. This is a very important round right now for Liquid. Of course, they got the pistol here in the second half, losing a couple rounds in a row as they falter against the forced buy. Now the first rifle for them. Kusta with his op. And Adren does have a kit. The bomb has been going down quite a bit here. Luminosity been planting it on most of the rounds.
Just surviving, giving up man advantage is the key here. They can play passively. They have ops to work off of. It means they don't have to be too mobile. But Kusta is having a lot of pressure put on him at the moment. He's got a smoke behind him that he has to fall off through. It's not the worst situation to be in, but as soon as the smoke in front of him dissipates, you wonder if he wants to move or not. He's kind of trapped in this spot, and sometimes you put yourself in an angle that's really rough to get out of, but it's also one where you get an easy shot off. So he's going to have to call for support from his teammates if he gets killed, and no, FNX just shuts him down, and there's no answer.
Yeah, Kusta is aiming for a player just to peek Ivy, and instead FNX goes up on the green bin, so Kusta can't hit that flick shot fast enough.
The adjustment comes out to have someone regress to Ivy, and that just makes Outer that much weaker. Luminosity, one of the best teams in the world, is playing the man advantage.
Elige in a great spot right now, again, up on that red train, but he took a shot, got nothing from it. His position was given up. He has to fall back. Meanwhile, Fur taking down Nitro. That was that green train. Elige will trade that one out, but then Taco to find Adren. Here's Hiko in the back calls. That's a nice shot, so the trades keep on coming, but unfortunately, Liquid was already a man down, so now having to retake 2 versus 3. It was Adren who had that kit. Will they even be able to get back out to that? That's Luminosity now maintaining good post-plant positions. Quite the shot there from Fallen, and Finex gonna close it out with the frag onto Hiko.
The man who does it all secures another couple of op shots in the round. And yeah, it all started with Kusta going down at Ivy. I mean, that's her opper, right? You're spending almost $5,000 on just his gun alone, and then he dies without a trade. And then he gives up the op, and he gives up Ivy, which is, some would say, the most important spot on train, especially when it comes to Outer. A lot of spots at the back of the site become compromised without Ivy control, and so him staying alive is really important. He said it himself. It's been his job to try to stay alive, so he knows that's a pretty big failure on his part.
Well, that nade could... Oh, actually does nothing, and now Taco just going to have to hold down mouse 1 here and spray them all. He's going to grab 2. I think Fur in there as well with the double, and coldzera very, very quickly cleaning up the round with that last op frag. I mean, I like it. I like the Team Liquid go together, get aggressive, try to change it up, but fall straight on their faces.
Yep. Good cleanup from Luminosity. Nice kills from Nitro. The 2 kills with the CZ, but the scoreline is starting to get a little bit lopsided here. Luminosity only need 3 to advance to finals. And Liquid have one more opportunity before a save to try to make something happen. essentially their last opportunity for a match point.
That's not a good sign. Hiko clipping the wall there with the nade. Wouldn't have done much anyways. As Luminosity still playing fairly passive right now. Now they make the approach into the White Halls, coming down A ramp. It's Hiko alone on the site. Rotations coming quickly through the Z connector. Hiko will find his first kill, turning to find Taco. Taco will win that one. coldzera hitting the shot onto Elysian. Now Luminosity just starting to push forward through this inner yard. Taco getting another one. That's onto a Dren. Nitro trying to do something on this rotation through the Z connector. Kusta in the same exact boat, but with the op. And Taco working around the smokes back here in that CT spawn hallway.
Wow.
And Fallen just continues to push forward. He takes down Kusta. Dominant round there from Luminosity.
Unbelievable round for Luminosity there. That was so fantastic. And that was just like individual performances and really great grenade usage. I can't stress that enough. Like the use of the Molotov to cut off the rotation, that's thinking one step ahead, right? Someone might throw that in a Z as players are pouring out a Z. They take 20 or 30 damage, but instead, if you throw it to the back of the train where you know they're ultimately going to go because there's smoke in front of Z, then you're cutting them off completely, right? They never get across the site. And Luminosity just shows so much control there.
And Liquid, I'm sure it's a tough call, but they will have to go in for basically an eco round. Just some CZs, some upgraded pistols, not a lot of armor. Dren and Elige went for it, and a fire kill. That's teammate Cold. Takes down Taco. And Nitro to bring first. So it's actually Liquid in a round. Again, really no business to win. They find themselves with the man advantage.
Yeah, they're not in actually excellent positions to get these kills, however. Oh, they're seeing the rotate to inner. They should know by now. Actually, Fallen is... I don't know if he's going to fall off of this. He's got the bomb. He's in a really tough spot if he gets killed. And it looks like he is going to go out, or feeds into the fear of Liquid, who fully expected to be rewarded for that over-rotate, but to no avail. Molotov not thrown short enough. Bomb will go down. 2 scopes on the round for Luminosity. Looking for match point here. 2v3.
Now, it looks like Fallen, is he going to try to go up this ladder or just hold out below it? Either way, he's got himself into a very good position right now. You can see the CTs trying to take that boost over.
Wow.
Oh, what a shot from Fallen as a Dren trying to creep up on old Bomb Train. I think Fallen may have spotted the feet. They know both players are there at the Z, and coldzera is going to deal with them both. He finds a double. And Liquid, I mean, they shouldn't really have won that round, but they got close.
Fallen actually took a more precarious spot on the map to maintain basically the ideal crossfire. And look at this shot. And that's what I'm talking about. Just taking pictures of people, like snapshots, easy. Wow, Luminosity get match point. And just excellent positioning again, and just a great fake that worked out perfectly. Beautiful from Luminosity.
Double ops for both of them right now. Dren and Kusta on Liquid, Fallen, and of course Cold on Luminosity. It's match point. We'll have quite a few of them to work with here on the T side. Kusta over at Ivy, not going to be pressured all that much. They look to be gearing up for another outer take on the side of Luminosity, which is not surprising considering that's where Liquid struggled yesterday.
Taco doesn't even have to know what happened. Bro was like, close your eyes. I'll take care of you.
I don't want you to see this. As Finex going to start working his way down the ramp. But Dren is that opera on the inner bomb site, and Hiko playing at the coils, a place that will sometimes often go unchecked, especially if a Dren can hit maybe his first shot. They'll tunnel vision a little bit more on his position and maybe forget about Hiko.
You see, that's the situation where he actually falls off to throw that flash, and when he comes back, the person that he flashed falls off.
So a Dren's gone down. He gets nothing done with the op. Hiko did find one, and now Elige with the double kill. It's going to be on coldzera once more with this op. It is 2 versus 3. Where's Fur? Fur is way on the other side. He's going there on the flank, and well, now he's really got nothing to flank because Cold fell. And now Liquid are going to be watching everything, looking for Fur, probably expecting him at this point. It's taken so long. Fur will get that first shot onto Elise's position. Give it away. Player there in the Z connector.
Knows about Z
20
now.
seconds. Bomb is down on the site, so we'll just have to keep pushing on through. Hiko will not allow it.
Well played. Now they've got to come back against match points. 6 more to go. They're on the CT side. They have those advantages. They're going against a tough opponent who's shown that they can win on both sides. It's going to be tough. I don't want to call it too soon.
Yeah, these two teams, when they match up, we have seen some comebacks, but it's generally been the other way with Luminosity getting it done. Can Liquid maybe find that revenge? The double ops, they preserved them both at the end of round 24, bringing them into this one. So Dren and Kusta each with those, and Kusta will find the first kill. Taco jumping across. He goes down.
Yeah, critical play from from Kusa there open up the round. Just posterizes Taco.
Fur gets a little bit of information off the ladder, hops away safely. Luminosity are still a man down. Fnax trying to clear things out with Fire Flash as well. He's just going to push through that one, and that's going to warrant him a kill onto Nitro, but Adren won't let him fall back. Nice op shot there from Adren. And coldzera going to be in charge of working into inner. Hiko making his way over. Actually, rotation, 3 players coming through the Z connector as well.
It looks like a site hasn't been decided yet, and everyone's in Z. They might be worried about this. To get smoked out in Z in this moment would be awful for Liquid, but it's still going to be inner, just delayed. Hiko, man of the hour, is going to have to make a hold come out here. Adren, though, to help him out, and he gets the second kill. And now it's just Fallen 1v4.
And he's so low already. Kusa's got the angle. He's on the train by the connector, and he's not going to let Fallen clutch that one. So they stay with it, and I believe that's getting Team Liquid up to the 10 rounds, so the double digits.
They're keeping it competitive. We'll find out soon if these rounds are just for dignity or if they're actually showing that they can bring it back. Earn themselves a force-up or a half-buy from Luminosity, just trying to even out the money here. FNX had a bit of money to spare, so he's going to pick up an AK.
I'm honestly worried that Fallen has a scout again. We've seen him do so many ridiculous things with this weapon. Will it happen again here on round 26? As he takes it over to the T connector. We actually do have one person over here at Ivy. Fallen taking some damage. And Kusta maintaining that Ivy control for Liquid.
Wow, okay. I don't know how.
Again, right?
Another one. Fallen with the scout headshot. Out T-Con.
I honestly don't understand how he's doing so well with this weapon. As Elige holding on to the outer yard. Looks like they are looking for a bit of a boost, spotting anyone out on top of the trains. It's sort of a one-way here from Bladder. That could be an insanely strong position, but Liquid are lucky enough to avoid that.
Quite clever. A boost from safety, not one that'll be cleared. And at the very least, has gained them info. 5v4 again, and they're probably making Liquid very nervous here, and that's their goal. Wait them out, make them scared, thin them out, make them make a mistake, and they have to make a play.
It is going to come down to Luminosity just hitting their shots, though. Not an ounce of utility for them to work with. And Fallen taking some contact once more. He's going to go down. It's Nitro that gets that kill. Fur moving forward with the P250. That was a bit sloppy. Somehow he's still alive, and he's going to be the re-aggressor now. Going back, but it's Adren posted on the angle. Look at Taco. He found 2 with the Tech 9. He'll have to find 2 more if he wants to get it done. He goes for the extra income. He's going to plant the bomb here for Luminosity. It's up to Adren and Hiko now on the retake. They do have 1 incendiary, and they both have kits. They're also on opposite sides of Taco.
It's not Z, though. It's back lanes, and Taco has improved his position a little bit, but gets flanked, and Adren takes him down. Him surviving in Z was so important, as we see. It could have been Fur instead of Adren alive and Liquid in the 1v2, but instead they secure it. They do it. They put the round on the board. They defuse the bomb. We're getting close.
Yeah, we are. The comeback definitely real at this point for Team Liquid. Luminosity, they did buy a little bit into that last round, but with another bomb plant, they should be good to go.
We hear that thunderous sound of match point. Clearly not bogging down on Liquid too hard.
Just the one op for each team. And still, Luminosity not really too worried about Ivy on either side of this map. They've already got players poised and ready to go with this execution onto the outer site. That's 2 players in the ladder room for Luminosity. Nitro getting smoked off of that bomb train, and actually he can see under that. He'll be able to spot out some feet if that's where they go. Liquid, meanwhile, pushing, and Taco is ready for this. He's going to find the first kill. Adren trades that out, and Nitro elsewhere brings down FNX. Fur making his way onto the outer yard now. It's 2 versus 4. Luminosity now just the 1. That's Fur alone. And without the bomb very much under the control here of Liquid, as you can see on those stairs.
They're making it happen. The momentum's starting to swing way back into their favor. They got 4 in a row. These have been rounds that Luminosity haven't had to save on. Only one of them they had a half buy. And Liquid are starting to get their feet back on the ground. Their claws into the back of Luminosity, who only have a couple of buys to work with. I mean, we look at this as 4 rounds, or 3 after this one. But ultimately, in terms of buys, it's going to be up to the economy whether or not they can do it on each of those.
Yeah, it should be an eco coming out in the next round from Luminosity. So that should be 13 at that point for Liquid before Luminosity really have another big chance.
Yeah, no, the one thing that a big lead gives you is the ability to continue to make economic decisions based on your economic status, and that's like getting the loss bonus, max loss bonus every single round. It can go a long way on T side. You go low on nades, but you can get the AKs, and you can get utility on players that you get Tech 9s, and those players can pick up weapons, so there's always the option to buy, and Liquid have to always be worried about that, but it's on Luminosity to not make careless decisions, right? To decide whether or not they can put the utility to work, or whether or not they want to run the risk of having more opportunities that could potentially be less fruitful.
And at the very end of that round, we actually saw them, Team Liquid that is, pick up the op from Fallen. So they'll have a double op setup moving into the next round. And I mean, perfect timing right here from Luminosity. You can see a little bit of frustration there on Fallen, but they've taken the tactical pause and some time to talk about what's not working for them. They won so many rounds in a row, but now they've lost 4 themselves.
Now what's crazy is like the round that got on the match point was one of the most beautiful B executes I've seen personally, and it looked like they had everything going for them at the moment. You know, they had the outer takes, they had IV control, and one of the defining moments was Kusta actually getting his opening frag at IV with the op. And one of the reasons they lost previous rounds were because Kusta was neutralized. So I think it's really contingent on him staying alive and also getting a frag.
Yeah, so starting to fill into that role that he mentioned to everyone here at DreamHack Austin, that he is the man to stay alive and get those op shots on both sides of the map, CT side and T side. And did Luminosity, did they try to, again, just go quick? Make a quick execute onto this outer site?
You always run the risk. If you want to go quick, then maybe do it on low utility. So if they're deciding whether or not they should buy, then maybe they take their loss bonus plus the little bit of money they have left over. They turn that into a few smokes, a couple of flashes, and then they get someone like all the way down outside. Like the key for a fast take would be trying to sneak Fur or the best spawn out through hell, run all the way down, and try to catch someone on the back of bomb train. You want to find a way to compromise the back of the site on A, and that's either with IV control, which typically you have to work solely against. You're not going to get away with running up IV at the beginning of the round. But you could do that also by circumventing IV and running down the left side of the bomb site, or the left side of the train's hell, excuse me.
We see the fans there inside of the Bud Light Lounge having a good time. Definitely a lot of American wardrobe in there with all the flags. And I think they're making it rain. I believe that was fake money, though. Maybe some in-game money is something that Luminosity would like, because this buy should be a little bit of low utility. Yeah, it's actually kind of a force, and they've actually gone below the $2,000 per player.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to at the 3,400, so they've decided to just go for the full buy next round. If anyone saved, it's Fallen. Yeah, he spent a little bit of money here, but I don't know if he wants the op or not. If he gets another scout headshot, I don't even know what to say.
As Taco has fallen, it's Kusta to find that first kill of the round with his op. Has fallen the headhunter here pretty much with this scout.
This is actually a team you don't often see pausing in general. Like blowing leads, I mean, I don't even know if I've ever seen them pause, to be honest.
Now Kusta with the CZ, playing close saying all the smoke. That smoke is now gone, and that's FNX, who's also lurking around Ivy. Falling on the back of the train, still looking for something. He's maybe hoping that FNX can push someone back and then he can get this line of sight there onto a player back there. He has landed one shot. Now the second, he brings down Kusta. That's the op out of it. One of them at least, but then it's Elysian Nitro. Each finding a kill there. Now up to Cold and Fur. And Liquid, they will get it done. Luminosity, though, with the bonus, the loss bonus that is, they will have a decent round.
It basically comes down to this round. Like, this is the much better buy than they'll have on the 30th round. I think Luminosity are fully aware of that. And Fallen, the drill sergeant, is actually making sure, I'm sure, that everything goes according to plan. And I wonder if it does, if Liquid can stop it. But it looks like a fast outer take. It's been their weakness before. We'll see if it is again. Yeah,
the fast smokes, the fast Molotovs, and look at Fur hitting some hops as well, all the way into hell, past a Molotov that's Liquid has thrown down. Cold Zera getting the first shot onto Elysia. Dren, op shot onto Fur. That was from the Z connector. It's 4-on-4 right now. Kusta missing one. He does stay alive to fight another day. And oh my goodness, Fallen! That must have been the tiniest angle anyone's ever seen. He hits that shot onto Kusta. Now 4-on-3, bomb to be planted. Luminosity with all the advantages here, and of course on a match point. Liquid, they've got to give it their all here. Facing elimination here. 3v4 retake onto the outer site. Nitro to flash over. Flashes himself a little bit, but he continues to push forward, baiting some shots. Nitro, what is that? Off the ladder. He brings down Coldzera. Now we've got Hiko. He's already touching that bomb. Just a couple more seconds to spray from FNX. He can't get it, and the defuse comes through for Liquid.
Wow, they actually do it. They get the defuse in the smoke. Nitro gets his frag. A retake versus Luminosity when they had the man advantage. Something you don't see every day at an extremely crucial time. And now we're at the 30th round, and Luminosity are a little bit worse for wear. They have some utility. They have a couple of Molotovs. Their buy isn't that terrible. It's going to still be tough for Liquid.
Yeah, they will slow it down too. Not going to go quick once more. They play that default. They've got 2 players over at Ivy. That'll once again maybe be a test for Kusta, but right now he's at the back of the train stop looking into the T-connector.
If Liquid bring this back, it'd be a historic moment. A huge comeback on versus a team that has this map in the bag. Like, they should have it on paper. Proving a lot, saying a lot about their new roster.
And it looks like they're setting up for just a 2-1-2 split. That would be ladder, mid, and Ivy onto this outer yard. There's still a minute to go, so maybe they can shift it up. But based on the positions right now, and it's fallen over at Ivy with that op.
To be honest, I'd say they basically had that round won until the retake and a couple very key frags going the way of Liquid. But the early to mid and getting the plant in the 4v4, all Luminosity. That fast outer hit, I think, could have worked again, but have decided to make it seem like they're doing something else, and Fallen gets the first kill. That's 5v4.
Yeah, and 40
Kusta
seconds
goes
to
down.
go. Yeah, Kusta's been pretty integral to the rounds for Liquid as he's been opening up there at Ivy with some op shots. But now he's been neutralized here in round 30, the last of regulation. Another smoke going to go out. That'll keep Nitro at bay. This is just going to reside in the smoke for now. As we see Luminosity starting to line some up, it's going to be another outer take. Smokes onto the site there from Taco. Back of the bomb covered up. Nitro still finding one from that back safety hall. That's onto FNX.
10 seconds left. Bomb's going to go down. If it gets stopped here, that's going to be their last opportunity. No, Fur gets a kill. It's 4v3. The bomb's down. Another situation where they have to come back from a man disadvantage.
And Fur pushed through that smoke wall, so he's got quite the angle right now. Are they ready for Hiko, though? He's starting to come down the ladder. You will see Fallen kind of second-guessing himself, looking out to help his teammates, then spinning around and checking the ladder.
Oh, he's aware, and Hiko's going to take his time and try to catch him off timing, but it's not going to work. It is actually gets the kill, and now it's just Adren, however. Alone on the site versus 2, but he can't get the kill. And that's Luminosity to take it 16-14 and win 2-0 versus Liquid.
Wow. Well, not the most convincing stuff there from Luminosity to close it out, but they do. And it's not Team Liquid to bounce back with an incredible comeback there, maybe a bit of revenge. That would have been quite the storyline, but instead, we've got another one. It's Luminosity to the finals to face off against the other Brazilian team, Tempo Storm.
The Brazilian final. I think a lot of people predicted that this was going to happen right out the gate, that these were two of the contenders to come into this tournament, that Tempo Storm coming off their win at Gfinity that we had the pleasure of casting versus Liquid, the reigning major champions. I think this is the final that Fallen dreamed of, that he's always wanted, and he's got it, and now he has to crush his little brothers.
Yeah, definitely going to be bullying his little brothers a little bit there. Hopefully he can avoid the seminar, perhaps, that might follow if that's what goes down in the finals. But wow, what a performance. I mean, Fallen throughout that with the scout headshots on so many rounds that maybe they shouldn't have won, even on train, keeping the minute somewhat on some low buy rounds that they converted, which were very important because we did end up going all the way to round 30.
Yeah, we did. And it almost didn't come down to, it almost came down to just neutralizing Kusta, I think.
Yeah, and that's what happened on that last round. Kusta went down and they were able to take it, and we do have Fallen up on stage.